Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Turn the camera on, didn't I? After all that, I don't know. I spent a long time setting up today, and then I forget to turn the camera on. Hello, we're here, and we are going to run the Pack Social 5K. It's only half an hour, nice, easy 5 kilometres, led by Ryan Downey, and we are off in 10 seconds, and we're going at 10.2 kilometres per hour. And we may have a bit of comedy text chat. I am watching Facebook and YouTube and Twitch chat if you all want to say hello and ask me any questions by all means. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. It's not working. It's not happening. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Oh no, right, I'm going to have to catch everybody up, aren't I? Right, let me turn it off, turn it back on again and see if we can get a connection. How annoying. So I have to turn the treadmill off and then turn the treadmill back on again. We don't want to have to play catch up, but just unbelievable. So let's give the treadmill a second. And we'll go to menu, pair, unconnect both the treadmills, both the boxes, and search my run. There we are. Fingers crossed. Give it a tick, tick, tick. Okay, end. Right, let's start. Let's see if we move this time. Are we going faster? We are. Right. Right, let's see if we can catch them up then. Can't believe it. Right, they're about 30 seconds ahead, the main pack, so let's just whiz along and see if we can get them. So we're in Innsbruck today, in Austria. There's Ryan. Lucha course, counterclockwise, is what we're running on today. We should be back up with them in a second. So the main event is 5k, but there is another 4k if you want to do it afterwards. I don't know if my dinner is calling me or not. Shukro has had a drop out there. So this is Rob Harrison's first run for a while, he says. Passing Kerry McManus. And here's Williams and Wash. Hi guys. Williams looks like he's playing catch up as well. I missed what somebody said about me then. I saw it on the screen, then it disappeared quickly. But we're catching up to the back of Lucerna and Clyde Finnimore, Paul Deering. Somebody's telling me not to eat all the ice cream. Right, a 500 metre catch. Clyde Finnimore's obviously joined late. Okay, here we go. Back with the gang. Jonathan Cost there as well. Well, that was a good little run out. Paul Deering, quite rightly, is saying both Debbie and myself are running, so not sure who's doing my tea. Well, Paul, I totally understand your concern, but I just would offer you a little bit of advice. I made sure that my wife ran earlier, and so she's in the kitchen ready to make my tea for when I'm finished. What, you know, I don't get what you're misunderstanding about being a husband. You need to get it sorted, Paul, because you know that when she's finished running, she'll get in the bath with a glass of wine, so you lose there as well. Right, good to have caught the gang up. So there's Rob Harrison up ahead. Paul Doyle is there. Geddes is there. Oh, well, all right. If it's not, it's not his wife, but you know, same thing essentially. Are you saying therefore that he's got some excuse because she's not his wife? Is he still learning? Paul says sound advice, will take it on board. You see, Ryan, I am full of useful life help. Life coach cousins, that's what they call me. Victoria says, I asked Stephen to cook the dinner while I was running and he forgot. That's another very important life coach husband lesson, is to always forget when your wife asks you to do something. It's just the way it's done, has been done like that for millennia now. You know, if something works, don't fix it if it's not broken. Vidar, hello to you, buddy.
Nice.
John Shaw is there, Jonathan Cost is there, Rob Harrison running for the first time in a while. Clive Finnimore just behind me. Tina Beard is with us. Hello, Tina. I can see Debbie Colville just back there. That's Paul's other half. In fact, oh look, isn't that romantic? Debbie and Paul are running together side by side. Not only side by side in the virtual world, but as we all know, side by side in the real world on their dual treadmills. Okay, so Debbie comes back with Paul has been playing house husband, and to be honest, not doing a great job. Rob Harrison says good turnout today. I think most people have joined in the last couple of hours because there weren't very many people signed up earlier on today, I noticed. So it's good that people it's good that people join in with these groups even at the last minute. Paul Deering says they're not holding hands though, so they might be side by side on the treadmill, but they are not holding hands. Right, if you aren't watching Film My Run on YouTube, then you should be watching it on Twitch. Is that right, Ryan? Or apparently Twitch is a much better quality than YouTube or Facebook, you know. It's not me that's providing the comedy gold. It's Paul Deering and Debbie Colville. They're the comedy gold today. Okay, so we are now 1.5 kilometres in. If you want to carry on after 5k, you can. So this is, oh no, what's happened to my camera number 3 now? Oh dear, lost camera 3. Right, let me just reset camera 3, hang on. Fingers crossed. Look, that's from even before the stream start when I got my jumper on. Come on, camera 3. There we are. Camera 3 is back. Camera 2, camera 1 all working fine. This is normally a this is normally a 5k run, but quite often Ryan sticks a little bit on the end if you want to join in. Sometimes the run is in Bologna, and at the end of Bologna's flat course there is a big hill. And Ryan often gets us to run up the big hill at the end of the run. So you do 5k and then you carry on running. So we've done 1 mile. And Paul Deering and Debbie Colville are right behind me. Clive Finnimore is there as well. Luke Merrill. Is it Luke? Luke Merrill? Minchin as well, and Lund. Olsen from Sweden is there. Although it looks like Olsen's had a dropout. Jonathan Cost is quiet today, but Carol Rushworth has said hello on Facebook. Hello to Carol. It's very difficult to keep track of who belongs to who, because so many couples are on, but they've all got different surnames. You don't want to get married or something. It's much easier when people are married and I know who belongs to who. Yeah, nothing funny about running. Running is a serious sport. Involves lots of time, lots of financial investment, lots of time investment. And we've done 2k. Wanda Archer up there. Hello, Wanda. Wanda and Tina Beard running together. Kerry McManus says, here's a very serious cupcake for you then. It's a hello camera 2 time. Hello camera 2. At least it's working. Kathy McManus, not Kerry. I knew it began with a K. No sprinkles on my cupcake. Why not? I want sprinkles. And Sprinkles is not my pet cat, by the way. By the way, if anybody's interested, I've just started a new Stride forum. So we're getting a bit sick of Gus constantly censoring our posts on the Stride community on Facebook. He keeps people keep putting in posts and he doesn't put them on the Facebook page because they don't quite fit with his brand ideal. So I've started a new Stride community group. So if you use a Stride, if you own a Stride, go and join my Stride users community, and we can have a bit of fun on there. We're allowed to post. See, you're not allowed to post photos of silly stuff and have daft chats about things on the Stride community, the official one. So this unofficial one, you can post anything you like within reason, and photos and video, and we can have silly chats about the Stride Foot Pod. So if you do want to go and join that, then go and search for the Stride user community. It's not the official one, it's the unofficial one. And we're halfway, says Ryan. That has flown by, hasn't it? Blimey, halfway already. Luke Merrill says he's feeling great. Marco says he's feeling good. Somebody said they're feeling ready for dinner. Grace Hanishin says, silly chats about Stride, I'm in. Yeah. We can have comedy chats about the Stride footpod, which just isn't allowed on the normal Stride page. Gus doesn't have a sense of humour. Or if he does, I haven't seen very much of it. Oh no, Williams did a 5k before this with a load of climbing. Cecil Williams, thank you, Ryan. How does Ryan knows everybody's name, doesn't he? Ryan knows everybody's name. I thought I knew most people, but he knows just everybody and a few more. Everybody and a few more than that. So yeah, Cecil says he did a 5k just before this with about 2,000 feet of climbing in it. Halfway snacks, says Carol, yes. Apparently James is getting told off. He needs to add incline instead of speed. I haven't added it. Am I supposed to add incline as well? What am I supposed to add? 4% it is at the moment. How do turtles communicate with each other? Oh, James Stanger is running ahead. Yeah, he's got to report to teacher after class. Shell phones, I don't believe it. Kathy, that is terrible. So Kathy and James have both got to see the teacher after class. 3k done and up we go. Optional incline, says Ryan. So let's put 2% incline on, why not? Just for the heck of it. Ah, right, okay, so she tries to butter us up first. Kathy says she passes out snacks first before telling bad jokes. Yeah. Vidar says, isn't there a saying? Everybody knows the monkey, but the monkey don't know anybody. I haven't heard it before, but I like it. Rob Harrison says it's mandatory incline for him. Are we supposed to slow down a bit as well? Let's slow down a bit because I'm getting ahead of Ryan here. Oh, it's ride-on time. Okay, let's drop some ride-ons then. Do we give James a ride-on or not? Does he deserve one? Is he allowed a ride-on? Olsen gets a ride-on. McCoy's stopped. Actually, there are quite a few people quite a way ahead, aren't there? Perez. There's Harold. Perez. Ride on for Wooten. Well done, Parla. Only 1 mile left of the run, says Ryan. Arangui from Spain and Palacios from Spain. Was Kathy doing all the way up there? Oh, she's behind. Right, she's at the back. Okay, I've got you. Okay. Well done, Kathy. There's Mercer. Well done, Mercer. And Bath. Well done, Bath. Wash. Bath and wash running together. Well, I mean, you can either have a bath or you can have a wash in the sink, can't you? I am hilarious. People don't recognise my greatness. It's just wrong. Shukro there. Ride on for Lund. Well done, Lund. Heart rate of 178 for Lund. Look at that, working hard. Sana Kuba says ride on. Thank you very much.
Nice. Ride on.
Vito says it may be his saying may be a Norwegian saying. Right, Brian Downey's asking me how my heart rate is. 130. It's not bad. And yes, I went to the hospital, the surgery the other day, yesterday, and they gave me a full ECG, blood pressure, pulse, etc., etc., and basically kicked me out of the surgery for wasting their time. I am monitoring my heart rate today with my wrist-based HR monitor, so on my watch, and those little dips don't appear on here, do they? So it's only when I use the chest strap. But I have used a couple of different chest straps, and I do get the same little dips on both chest straps, so it's not a fault with the chest strap at all. Tina Beard, ride on for you. Paul Doyle, ride on for you. Jonathan Cost, hello buddy. Stuart Gofford, hello. He says, looking good, Stephen. Thank you very much. I have had a shave, so I do look 25 years old. Merrill, there you go. Ride on for you. Elsman. Cecil Williams. Geddes. DeVos from Canada. Well done to you. And Lucerna, we love Lucerna. Switzerland. Rob Harrison, back with us. Can't see that person's name. Keymont, well done to you. Evans. Right, looks like I've given everybody a ride on here. Oh, break. Oh, and there's James Stanger, look, there. Should we give him a ride on? Go on. Right, back down to me now. Where have I gone? There's Cecil, there's Ryan Downey. There's me. Yeah, Victoria says she doesn't get dips when she wears my chest strap. Kathy's now offering ice cream. How does she carry all this food when she's running? Brian Downey says it. So at the end of this run, we've got another 4K if we want to, up the hill. So no doubt some people will leave. I might stay on. I haven't decided yet, actually. Right, Grace says I should be working, but watching this because having server issues at the moment. Oh no! Actually, my wife had server issues yesterday and she took most of the afternoon off work as well. But then my wife takes most afternoons off work, to be fair. Carol says, Colville, are you wearing your chest strap? I like the way... Oh, I haven't given Debbie a ride on. Hang on a minute. How's that? How did I miss Debbie? There we go. Why is no one friends with Dracula? I don't know. Oh, here we go again. because he sucks. Ryan's stolen it. Well, Debbie Colville's... Oh no, because he's just pain in the neck. Brilliant. That's better. Well done, Kathy. So that is better. Definitely better than Ryan's answer. Right, Debbie Colville has got heart rate. She's at 155 at the moment, but we don't know whether she's wearing her chest strap or not. No, she's got a forearm strap. So not a watch, not a chest strap, but a heart rate monitor on her forearm. Kathy says, that's what happens when you leave me alone with the sugar. Right. So Debbie Colville's had her moment in the spotlight, along with Paul. There's Paul, running right beside her in the red top. But they are not holding hands. And we're coming up to 4.5k now. So 500 metres to go if people are just doing the 5k run. Why did the barista quit his job? I'm still not on me, I'm still on Debbie. There we are, back to me now. Why did the barista quit his job? Come on then, Kathy. He hated the daily grind. We still don't know how Kerry manages to carry all this food while she's running. Clive Finnemore says he had Big Sur issues. What are Big Sur issues? Oh, with the new update to the Mac. Yes, of course. Yeah, there have been various updates recently to Mac OS X. So. Big Sur is the name of the latest update. So obviously Clive Finnemore has been having problems. Grace says, people are running this event and also film my run audible and chat. Many devices to manage. Yes, quite a lot of people tend to run these events, but also have my stream on in their ear or whatever so they can hear the chat going on. Right, Carol has come up with a reason why Kathy's managing to carry all this food, and she says Kathy has drones. So she has those, you know how they're considering, in the UK anyway, they're considering drones for delivering from Amazon and for delivering pizza and things like that. You could order a pizza and have it delivered by a drone. So Kathy apparently has various drones with different food items in, and she can drop them whenever she wants on top of us. There's the finish line. So that is the Pack Social 5k finished. But we'll carry on for a little bit more, shall we? I don't see any reason why not. So we have to get rid of that. Stay here is what we want. So some people are off. Sarah Minchin is off. Thanks, Sarah. Take care. Bye-bye. Vidar is doing a 23-kilometre bike ride in London and is enjoying having the stream on. So good luck. Enjoy that. And John Shaw's sticking around for a bit. That's it for Tina Beard. Tina is off. Thanks, Tina, well done. So I'm at 2% incline, not 12% as it says up there in the corner. You can see in the top right hand corner it says what incline the course is, and it currently is at 12% incline. So I'm definitely not at 12%, but we're just adding a little bit of incline to the run today. And the heart rate is sticking at 130 for the moment. So numbers will have thinned out a bit. Blimey, it's up to 15% now. Sharp little bit of incline. My treadmill doesn't even go up to 15%. Well done, Tina. She says I'm off, and we'll watch here for a bit. Kimon says that was great. Right, Lucerne says he's going to 8, I think. I think the actual run distance is 8.9, so 9 kilometres really. And to the top of the climb. Whether I'll stay around that long, I don't know. We might go to 8 as well and finish there. We'll see. Debbie Colville says, thanks, Stephen. I'd best get the tea cooked before I'm kicked out. Well, I don't want to say anything, Debbie. I mean, you know, maybe you could do that before having your bath and your wine. Always nice to have Paul Deering and Debbie Colville join us. Always a good sport. And it's honestly is thanks to my wife Victoria and to people like Debbie that we are allowed to run as much as we do, because they are so accommodating. So thanks to the wives, or the other halves. How about that, eh? In all seriousness and genuineness. When am I ever genuine and serious? Never. There's a shot on my treadmill. So there's 2% incline on the treadmill, and we're going at 10.3 kilometres per hour. Yeah, Ryan Downey says cheers to the other halves. Quite right. Christopher Lund says good run, just a bit hard going tonight for me, no worries. And Rob Harrison says thanks for the stream, makes the run a lot more fun. Good, thank you, appreciate that. And Clive, to the wives, fist bump for the wives. Jonathan Costa might as well do 10. So heart rate creeping up a bit with this incline. It's not very much, but it all adds up. Brennick wants to know how long. Like I say, I think it's to the top is 9 kilometres. Just do as much as you want, Brennick. It's so easy to get set up with Zwift running. Here's what you need. Firstly, access to a treadmill. It could be at home or at the gym, but any treadmill will work with Zwift. To get you moving in game, we need a speed source. Traditionally, we use a foot pod, like the Zwift Pod or the Stride, but you can also use the Run Smart treadmill sensor, your Apple Watch, one of the newer Garmin watches, the TSS app, and if you have a smart treadmill, your treadmill will connect directly to Zwift without the need for another device. Now simply download the Zwift app onto a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Finally, pair your speed source in the app. Pairing heart rate from your watch or a chest strap is also a great addition to Zwift. And that's it. You're all set up for solo runs, solo or group workouts, challenges and real-time racing on Zwift with people from all over the world. Okay, turning it on its head, Tina Beard says, my husband is brilliant with the cooking, so I can run lots. Yeah, it does work both ways sometimes. Clive Finnemore says, just done Peter Barlow's speed session. Was it any good, Clive? 17 minutes left of the run if we go all the way to the top. We've got 3k to go, I'd say. Actually, I'm going to put the camera angles on. Left them off just in case I went off somewhere. Just going to test something, see if I can change the music with a button. Oh yes! Right, Peter Barlow's speed session is apparently awesome, good. Right, this is just for Jonathan Cost and for Carol. This is the old Film My Run live stream music. Ryan Downey says the best part of this run is the after party. And we are in it. No worries, Clive. Clive is off. Take care, buddy. Yeah, I'll stay with 9. Right, so lead runner is at 6.5 kilometres, 2.5 to go. Daniel Dury said, no, I don't, but do you know what? That's interesting. I have thought about doing that. What I've thought about is having a different piece of music for, like, in an interval session. When it comes to the fast part of the interval, pressing a button and having some up-tempo music, and then when we get to the recovery section, pressing a button and having, like, relaxing music. John Shaw says, what 360 camera do I use? I've got about 4 different 360 cameras, and the one I currently use most of all is the KuCam 8K. So it's from a company called Kandao, Kandao, and the camera is the KuCam, which is spelled QOOCAM. So the KuCam 8K, but I also have the GoPro Fusion, the GoPro Max, and the Insta 360 1X. Carol is pleased with the music choice. Leo, good evening, Stephen. Just tuned in after my grueling 8-mile hill work outside. You've missed comedy gold from Paul Deering and Debbie Colville running side by side on their treadmills. Ryan Downey likes the music as well. Good. So camera angles are working now, with just over 2 kilometers left to run. So yeah, I might try that idea, Daniel, where I choose faster music for the intervals and slow music for the recoveries. Yeah, you don't want to hear... Right, Ryan Downey says Stephen has a Zwift Run Academy playlist on Spotify, which I do, but honestly, if you're under the age of 40, you don't want to listen to it. Basically, I decided that I would just choose some classic old tracks that I like. And yeah, so I basically just chose a load of tracks from the 70s and the 80s, a couple from the 60s, tracks from the 70s, tracks from the 80s, and one or two modern ones, but modern, not chart music modern, but... Sally Henry says, what's this track called? I actually don't know. I've got it written down somewhere. I can easily find out for you, but not while I'm running, Sally, I'm sorry. But Sally, if you, in all seriousness, if you want to message me, I can send you the playlist of these tracks. So we're up to 7 kilometres now. Wonder Archer is right behind me. Kathleen McManus is still running. Keymont has stopped. Blackburn is behind us from Australia. 20 runners in the after party. Paul Doyle is still here. Jonathan Cost. John Shaw is still with us. Cecil Williams is still with us. Ren Shaw is still there. With just under 2k left. 2% incline on the treadmill. Climbing up the hill. Out of Innsbruck, through the forest. I haven't done this route very often at all, so it's nice to do routes that you don't do very often. Right, I don't understand what Carol's saying. She says, oh dear God help us, Stephen, new technology and you don't work. Have you spelled... I'm not... I don't get the sentence, Carol. So Daniel does use hard running music around 180 BPM. It helps him stay in rhythm. Yeah. So we're still climbing. We are not too far off the top now, but we're not climbing anything like the proper elevation. If you can, you can't because my camera is there, but it's actually 12% elevation again now. If you were to do it actually to the official elevation of the course, 14% now, 15%. I couldn't get up that high, my treadmill only goes to 12. If you want to join me next month, every Tuesday morning and every Thursday morning, UK time that is, 9:30 a.m, I'll be doing a climbing session. I've been doing it before and a few people have joined me before. Clive and Tina Beard have joined me before to run 4.2 kilometres, but we go very, very slowly, around 6 to 7 kilometres per hour. But we put the treadmill on 12% grade. And in that time, 4.2 kilometres, we climb 500 metres of elevation. And we do that twice a week. And I shall be starting that up again in December. Tuesday morning, Thursday morning, 9:30 a.m. If you fancy a morning climbing session, only lasts about 40 minutes or so. Oh yeah, well... Carol says she means me changing the music to the speed I'm running. See, it should just take a button press. I could have a track or a selection of tracks that are high energy and a selection of tracks that are chilled out. and I could just press a button at the beginning of the interval, and we'll have the high energy music for the fast bit of the interval, and then for the recovery section I'd just press another button and it changes to relaxing, chilled out music. I could do that. Shouldn't be too hard to organise. Right, I can hear pasta with tomato sauce calling me now. With cheese sprinkled on the top. And pepper. That's my dinner. And it's waiting for me in about 1,200 metres time. Good shots of the group running through the mountain woods. Leo, I do have, well, not a corn. I thought it was a corn, but then somebody told me you don't get corns there. I had something on the bottom of my left foot, which when I did my last 100 miler, really started to hurt a little bit after 20 miles. So I had to have a bit of padding on it. And when that finished, I filed it down and it's been a lot better since. Leo just talking about a corn he's had on his foot. It's been quite painful. Right, 8k done, 1k left to do now. So that should be, for me, should be 30 kilometres for the day. I did 21 this morning. And so a nice 9k rounds it off to a nice 30 kilometres for the day. It could have been a callus, Leo. I'm not sure really what it was or what it is. It's probably still there. It's just I've kind of ground it down so that it's not sticking out. And I only really felt it on long runs, especially when I was running on tarmac. So if I'm running on tarmac for a long time, you know, more than 4 or 5 hours, I can feel it on the bottom of my left foot. But if I'm running trails, it doesn't seem to bother me. And Ryan Downey says, don't forget to take a picture by the waterfall. Okay, I'll try and remember to do that. Oh, a bunion is what I thought it was. So it could have been a corn, but Victoria says it was a bunion I thought I had. And you don't get bunions on the bottom of your foot, apparently. Right, heart rate has been good. So 129 BPM at the moment. Running at 10.2 kilometers an hour with 2% grade on the treadmill. Yeah, Leo is the same. On the road surface it's sore, but on trails and fields and on the treadmill, no problem. Yeah, it's just a harder surface, Leo. So the treadmill and trails are a lot easier, softer to run on. They give a lot more, whereas on tarmac it doesn't really give. Concrete particularly, but concrete and tarmac don't really have as much give in them, so they're going to impact your foot harder. So if you're worried about your knees and your joints, it's much better to run treadmill or trails than go and pound the streets. There's the waterfall with the funny face. So what we do is we press FN on the keyboard, and then F10 to take the picture. There we go. Vidar, this is Innsbruck. Oh, there's another photo opportunity. There we go. Right, got a couple of pictures there. Yeah, this is Innsbruck, Vidar. And the route is called... Oh, Ryan, what's the route called again? Lucia. I can never pronounce it right. Lucia is the route, counterclockwise. Kerry McManus is at 7k. Come on, Kerry. You can do this. There we go, yeah. Lutscher, counterclockwise, Vidar. Big thanks to Kathy for the food and the bad jokes. So we'll just hit 9k and that's where we'll stop. We're through the top, over the top of the mountain, and we'll be going down the other side, but we're going to stop here as soon as we hit 9k, which is in about 10 seconds from now. And here we go, 9k done, and we are out of here. Well done everybody, good job. Right, thank you so much for watching everybody. Thank you for the comedy chat on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. Nice to have you all with me. You know, it really makes it fun to do these runs when we have some good banter. So thanks to Ryan Downey for organising the run. Well done to Kathy for supplying the food and the comedy jokes. And well done to everybody else who ran today. And we will be back tomorrow, and I'm going to do a hard effort Wednesday workout tomorrow. So definitely 7:30 p.m. UK time tomorrow, hard effort for Wednesday workout. So we want to get the heart rate at least up to 170 BPM tomorrow, and higher hopefully. We'll be doing up to 20 kilometers per hour, the fastest the treadmill will go, for a couple of intervals there. So that's tomorrow night, Wednesday workout. Join us for that. If you can't run, do just pop in and say hi. I can't promise I'll be chatting very much tomorrow night. It will be a tough session, so there won't be much chat. It'll be breathing and staying focused if I can. So that's tomorrow night, 7:30 UK time. Thanks very much to everyone who took part tonight and everybody who watched, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.